I'm going to continue with the topic of compound effect that I left last time. So we'll finish it off today. This is about the book Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. So I think last time we were talking about habits, how habits cultivate. Compounded over time becomes so our goals. So if you see the choices and the behaviors, habits compounded over time. Actually, this is the formula. See, there's a lot of people who think like rich gets richer, lucky gets luckier, but actually the formula is boils down to this. See, and knowing this formula, if you want to change the habit, sometimes it may not be easy. Let's take every day I come from office and I sit on a sofa and I just eat burger. So we know eating burger is not good, but if I keep doing it over time, yeah, it's definitely not good, right? But how can what I thought was I'll completely stop eating burger, but that doesn't happen. See, because you have a habit of eating something sitting on a sofa. So instead of stopping a burger, you can eat something which is good for your health, so that that habit will keep continuing and it will not be difficult for you. Changing these habits leads to something called momentum. So we all see this merry-go-round, right? When we have played during our school days. So initially, when we have to bring the speed, it will take time. But once the speed is kicks in, it's not easy to stop it. Similarly, when we change some habits, initially it might feel difficult. We need to ease in, we need to slowly cultivate the habit. See, we have something called law of inertia that Newton had come up with, right? So initially it will be difficult. The same thing applies to the water pump. You see, these water pumps nowadays, I don't think it is really seen in Bangalore, but initially when you pump in the water to come up takes time, but once it comes up, the water just pours out. Okay, so it applies to all the things. Like if you want to start any company, if you see the history of Apple, 5 6 years, it was the revenue was not that good. So the same was with YouTube, the same was with Flipkart or Facebook. So everything needs some time to for the momentum to kick in, and once it kicks in, there is no look back. We know there's something called garbage in and garbage out. The author talks about this guy who daily goes to office. Who gets up in the morning, reads half an hour of newspaper, and while commute, another half an hour he listens to some news. And while commuting back from office to work, another half an hour he listens to some more news. Again, after coming back, you know how will be what will be his mindset and thought process, right? So the garbage is in, the garbage is out. So we all know some friends or some colleagues at office or outside who always speaks negative, as Amandeep also was telling. Why? Because of all these things. So we need to, in order to change these habits, we need to cultivate good habits. Like the author prescribed the person, okay, while going, you can listen to some streaming talk. When you get up, instead of reading newspaper, you can read some good book. So when we cultivate these small habits, the momentum kicks in, the habits will change, and definitely the goals will become smoother and easier. So we need some association to share these things, small learnings, the PIM. Like when I have new learnings to share, new habits I changed, new successes I got, I definitely share with Kiran, and it will be definitely easy to celebrate small success. And that's how we can achieve all these things with the effect of compound effect. Thank you all.
Wonderful, Karthik. Really short and crisp presentation. In fact, the images speaks louder than really words. So that really uh, must have added value to every one of us. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sahana. I work for an investment bank and basically from Bangalore, and I also work here. So, my topic today is one of John C. Maxwell's book of teamwork. So, now it's very important at this point of time we have a lot of good teamwork because we all work from our own homes, so we are all in different locations. This law that he's mentioning about is the law of identity. So when we say identity, we all think that what we work or what we've studied or uh, you know what we have as a profession is what our identity is. But he explains that identity is not what we do or what we pursue. It's what we actually value. So the values that come from us is the identity of a human being. So he's explained a small story about a business by Bernie Marcus, and they started a store called Home Depot. It's about electronics and stuff. So they started in the year 1979 with 4 stores, and with normal, as a new startup, when what you see, like for a startup, how many employees would you see? So that's, they started basic. But by 1999, so it took almost 20 years for them to change their 4 stores into 775 stores and almost 1,60,000 employees. That's a huge shift, right? So like Karthik was mentioning, it's the compound effect. So the compound effect they had was to good values. So imagine just maybe in our regular office, we have 4 to 5 people who work for one team goal. But how many times we face conflicts? That's when the team loses the strength. So imagine they had 1,60,000 employees and none of them were dissatisfied. They also mentioned that amongst so many employees, they had many who became millionaires because they understood that the values that they possess was something very fresh and very something that had integrity. So he also mentions a couple of good values they followed was excellent customer service, the respect they gave their employees, and it was not just doing the right thing, it was doing the things right. So in spite of having so many differences, the employees were able to achieve one common goal, and that's how they were able to grow more than 1,000 times of what they actually had started with. And so for us to achieve our common goals when we work as a team in our office, or in it is this laws actually help us in all our all our boundaries. It could be family, friends, relatives. That's why, I mean, I've covered all my topics based on all these sectors. So he speaks about 6 points. I'll just summarize. So he says the team has to be glued to the values that they are set, and the foundation to a great relationship is anything that which has firm values. So if we decide on something, we need to collaborate and achieve it with a common goal. And the ruler, so the leader has to have good transparency with the team members. That is the third thing, and I think it's very rare to find it in this particular and particular situation, because we don't know where each one is, how they're communicating. And also one important goal is the law of compass. So the law of compass says no matter where you stay, the movement has to be towards the right direction. And law of magnetism, so he also mentions that we are whom we attract, who we are. So like Amandeep was sharing about positive attitude, so if we are positive, we attract positive people. So the more the positivity, more the success rates. And the like-minded people also come into this picture. That's how we are all here together for a book club. 40 people joining here is because we all have the same mindset of learning and growing, and that's how it's leading to our PIM workshops as well, because it gives us the growth path. And the last part is identity. So the identity is what you believe, what identifies you, and not you study, or what not what your profession is. So a person with great values is identified in the most better way. So that's how we get to meet, get to see so many successful people, probably like Abdul Kalam, or so many people that way, Mahatma Gandhi, because they had great values, and that's where they identified themselves. So that's what I want to share. Thank you.
Beautifully spoken, Sahana. Really beautiful. I think you covered 4 laws in one topic. That is superb. Great. So,